What's up, everybody? So, today's episode is the importance of self love in a busy world. That's a mouthful. So, imagine being super busy every single day of the week and you're neglecting your self love. Think about that for a second. What does that look like in your life? How are you showing up for yourself in your home, in your business, at your job, for your family? What does that look like? I really want to start this episode off by reminding you of why it's important to do affirmations. I have my mirror right here, and I'm going to pull that into the view in a second. I also have my journal off to the side. Before I get started with the podcast, I just want to show you guys what that looks like for me because I believe in giving visuals. Sometimes we do a lot of talking and we don't have actual things to back it up, to show. People change by what you're doing. Your leadership matters. Until you start showing up for yourself, nobody is going to believe you. Because if you can't lead yours, baby, you can't lead me. And I can't go out here and be the best leader that I can be if I'm leading people without showing up for myself. Okay? So first things first, take time to say affirmations to yourself. Super, super easy one right here. I care for myself and I'm showing up the best way possible. The next thing that I need to do is to believe that. Grab that mirror and say those things to myself. It can get real hard in this world, but when you look at yourself in the mirror and you stare into who you really are, you can really show up for yourself and to see things that you normally don't see. So say those affirmations to yourself. I'm going to show up for myself, and I'm going to be the best version of myself that I can be. I love myself enough to show up. I love myself to allow corrective criticism. Now I want to go out here and be the best version of myself that I can be. All right, now that we got that out the way, the next thing that's very important, journal. Try to keep you a journal in hand and a pen, okay? If this is too much for you to carry around every day, get you a pocket-sized journal. Pocket-sized journals are so easy to come by. You have so many ideas that are coming to you while you're on this self-care, self-love journey. You're going to have so many things coming to you, and you want to get out of the habit of always going to your phone to write things down because your phone can easily become a distraction. It's not easy to get distracted by a journal. I can go to my journal and write what I need to write, and I can get carried away in my thoughts and come up with more ideas. Or I can go to my phone and I can add those same ideas in here, but then I can go scroll right over on TikTok or go scroll right over on Instagram. So you choose which one you feel like is best for you. But I'm telling you, I guarantee you that this journal is going to be more beneficial for you than this phone will. What you say is what you are creating. One of the things I learned this morning, saying good morning. Why are we saying morning? Now, the myth is the slave masters used to come to the people who had a family member that was about to, have their life ended and say, hey, have a good morning. Like, hey, that I got another one of your people. Have a great morning. You go ahead and have a great morning. Can't wait to see them tears roll down your face. And when I heard that, I'm like, ew, that is disgusting. What? Good. Oh, I do not want to say good morning again. Rise and shine. Happy Sunday, happy Monday, happy whatever. Anything that's going to uplift me is what I want to speak into my life. I do not want to be mourning the day, dreading the day. I don't like when people are like, oh my God, I don't like Mondays. Why you don't like Mondays? What did Monday do to you besides show up? Mondays are more consistent than most people are consistent when we think about it. Change your minds. Again, getting you a journal, writing down those ideas. When you're having those dreams, write those things down, come back to it because one day you're going to look back at this and you're going to be like, man, I remember how I felt in that moment and where I was and how I got out of it. So get you a journal. The next guest that I have, My flowers. So these flowers to me symbolize and just remind me of, women when they get married. We're getting married to the person that's supposed to be the love of our lives. And we're holding on to this beautiful bouquet of flowers. And we're just sitting there like, man, I can't wait to say I do to this person. And when I looked at these flowers as I was getting ready today, I'm like, I'm about to say I do to myself. I'm really about to show up for myself and commit to me. That's self-love. That's showing my self-worth. That's showing other people that I care so much about myself that I'm going to be committed to myself. I can write out a contract to say that if I break this contract with myself, this is what could happen. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, life already shows us that. Because what happens when you commit to something and you don't follow through? Shit happens, right? Or shift happens, should I say. Now you're like, how did I get into this situation? What am I going to do? How am I going to show up? Life's going to get hard, but these flowers are symbolizing right now that I'm committing to myself, and no matter how hard life may get, I'm going to be there. I'm going to still show up. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to work it out. For the happy moments, for the moments where I'm just in so much bliss, I'm going to enjoy those too. I'm going to enjoy the people that come in and the people that leave. I'm going to enjoy the abundance. But I am showing up for myself. I'm committed to me. So this is my I do in front of the camera as I say, I love me. I'm showing up for myself. And I'm going to be the higher version of myself that I can be every single day that I am here on this earth. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. The importance of self-love in a busy world. In today's fast-paced society, it's easy to become overwhelmed by daily responsibilities, work demands, and social pressures. Your self-love can take a backseat to a lot of things. You're going to hear me say it all the time, especially to women who have kids. Baby, you can't take care of them kids if you don't take care of yourself. Show up for yourself first, and then everything else will follow and that will flow. So what does that look like? That looks like breaking down what's important. Until we have an actual plan and our actual goals, it's not really going to follow through how we want it to follow through. So writing these things down are very, very important, okay? Because you're going to follow through. And if you get off task, guess what? You still have that layout for you to go back to and to start where you fell off. It's simple. Life is so simple. We make it so hard, and it does not have to be. All right, so what we want to do is we want to prevent burnout. Okay, how do we prevent burnout? We want to make sure that we're setting those boundaries. We're allowing breaks. There's so many people that were talking about team no sleep. I don't get no sleep if we not grinding, we ain't eating. If we ain't eating, then we starving. And my team can't starve. Da, 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 da. I get where it came from, and that's cool. They make bags and bags and bags of money. But what did that really look like? That looked like majority of your money is going to you trying to keep yourself awake. How does that look? That looks like you're constantly drinking, you're constantly smoking, you're constantly getting the attention of people that you don't need the attention from because you're trying to keep up with your daily task. And in order to keep up with your daily task, because it's burning you out, you have to drink, smoke, have so much sex, and get all of this energy from people that you don't even need to get this energy from. That's what that looks like. So we want to prevent the burnout by allowing ourselves to have breaks. It is okay to take a nap during the day. It is okay to take a 15-minute break. Take that break. Okay, if you've been working for 30 days straight, give yourself a 3-day weekend to just rest and recoup. That's what that looks like. That's how you prevent burnout. Show up for yourself in that way. Show yourself that you care. Because when you really look at how the body works, if you don't rest, it cannot recover. I feel like in school they need to teach us more about the anatomy of our bodies and how this stuff works, because once you understand you outside of everything else, you can be the best version of yourself. Improving our mental health. Mental health is very, very important. We focus on our physical health so much that sometimes we forget that our mental health is what matters, because it's your mind that moves first before your body does. So we have to focus on our mental health. What does that look like? Encouraging positive thinking, self acceptance, and mindfulness. When you make time to practice self care and focus on your emotional well being, you become more resilient to life's challenges. The challenges in life will not keep you and will not put you in a depressive mode. And I can talk about depression because, baby, I have been there so many times. I remember what it was like when I was depressed, when nobody was there, when my mental health was not there. But how did that change for me? I started showing up for myself. Enhancing productivity. Self-love means prioritizing your well-being. You got a crazy schedule, you're locked in, you're going to take care of business, you're going to show up for yourself, you're going to show up for the people that you're showing up for, but you're prioritizing your me time. So if your me time can't be in the morning when you wake up 5 minutes to meditate, to pray, to journal, then let your me time be your downtime at night before you go to sleep, which is one of the most important times for you to actually do that, because while you're sleeping, all of the things that you were thinking about during the daytime, you're most likely going to be thinking about while you're sleeping. If you're a highly intellectual person, you might astral travel. You might, have lots of dreams and things like that. So it's very, very important that you take that time to just say those affirmations. Take that time to speak great things to yourself and to just, think about all that you have accomplished. Because now while you're sleeping, you're going to sleep very well. You're going to wake up in the morning refreshed, loving how you feel and who you are. Promote healthy relationships. This is a big one right here. We hear so many people on these podcasts constantly talking about, men are this and women ain't nothing and blah, 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 blah. Everybody has an opinion. But when are we going to start showing up and promoting healthy relationships, saying that, yeah, I see the negative in things, but I also see the positive, because we're both yin and yang. We're both positive and negative at the same time. So when you can show up and promote a healthier relationship, then you can actually bring in more abundance into yourself. What does that look like? Becoming a better partner, becoming a better friend by allowing people to speak and for them to be heard and not for you to just say what you think. Being stable. When you show people that you're stable, when you show people that you're showing up for yourself, again, that invites so many people to want to be around you. Okay, so we are setting those healthy boundaries and we're promoting healthy relationships for our community, for the people that are around us. We got to stay in tune. We got to keep doing it. We got to keep showing up for self. Increase emotional resilience. Life is filled with ups and downs, and self love equips you to handle challenges more effectively. When you practice self compassion and prioritize your emotional needs, you develop resilience to setbacks. Instead of being overwhelmed by failures and difficulties, you are more likely to see them as opportunities for growth. I see everything as an opportunity. I don't think that there are any coincidences to anything, and I allow for any setbacks, because what people may think is a setback is really just an opportunity to set you up for a better position. You know what I mean? For you to be seen sometimes. And when you change your perspective, you can really enjoy the opportunity that's set forth. So that's pretty much it. I really hope that you guys got that. Like, allow things to just happen, but show gratitude, say those affirmations, and rest. One of the biggest ones, allow your body to rest so that it can recover and show up and you can be the best version of yourself. Life is simple. Don't make it hard. That's all that I have for you guys today. In the next episode, we will be talking about how to create a daily self-care routine. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. I love you. Bye.